Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for Candy, Season 1, Episode 3, Overkill. Candy and Alan, they meet up. You know, they got to talk about this thing. Let's talk logistics. You know, this is strictly about sex. Nobody needs to catch any feelings. We got some rules, and we all, Candy is laying out the ground rules. She says the minute that either of them catch feelings, it's over. Rules are the rules. Meanwhile, he over there looking like, am I in over my head? He was looking a little unsure, but he was still in the room, so you're very sure. You seem sure to me. Anyway, he leaves, and she reiterates, listen, we're gonna have to get this rolling. If we're gonna do this, we need to go on and get it started. Betty, she calls Alan. He's away at work, and she tells him, you know, she's pregnant. She's crying because she's like, I ain't lose the baby weight from the first baby, and here I am pregnant again. Listen, once again, I empathize. Once again, I empathize. I was crying too when I found out that I was pregnant with Eden. And not because it was like, no, a baby, but it was like, oh my God, it happened so soon. It happened so soon. I thought I was going to be able to, you know, fully snap it back, fully potty train TJ. No, God said no, right, one after the other. One after the other, and I was, you know, and I learned my lesson. I sat my behind down. 2 and done. Anyway, she crying about that. And he's excited. And I don't know why he's so excited, because you're not going to help. You didn't help with the first baby. So what you getting all excited about? That's probably why she crying, because she knows she's finna have to do this all over again, all by herself. But now that she's pregnant, he can start his affair. He get on the phone and call Candy, and he called her at the house too, and she's like, what'd I tell you about calling my house? And you know, she hang up the phone, but she's all excited too. Now they giddy to get their little affair on the road. Her husband, he heads off to work, and she giving him this long, extra long kiss. He looking at her like, this is different. But she about to go have her affair, so I guess she's in a mood. She starts, you know, making the lunch, because she said that she would make him lunch. They would do this during his lunch break, and she would bring the lunch. She would find the hotel room. She done set this all up. And so she started making their lunch. I mean, really a home cooked meal. She done fixed their lunch. She done went over there to the hotel. And Alan, he goes over as well. He heads over there to the hotel, and she's over there waiting for him. When he gets there, he gets to the door, and he's thinking about it, you know, weighing the pros and cons, I guess. And he goes to walk away, but then turns right back around, and she in there waiting by the door. And when he comes inside, you know, no, he knocks on the door. He turns around to leave, but then he comes back, and, you know, he knocks on the door. She waits as well on the inside, like she stands there, but then she opens the door. And when they get inside, he sees the food, and he wants to eat first, so he's stalling. She got her lingerie on and everything. They eat everything, and she's like, so we ate everything, so let's go ahead and get this show on the road. And he's still stalling. I don't know what it is, but you know, he's sitting around, and she just starts to pick up the stuff and starts to clean up. And I guess seeing her all domestic, that turned him on, I guess. I don't know, because I guess now he can get it rolling. Candy, she goes and tells her good Judy, Sherry, what's going on. She doesn't say who she's having an affair with, but she says, I done taken up a lover. I done taken a lover. And the sex is bomb, okay? She says he has the most beautiful penis in the world. I was like, okay. Her friend is just completely stunned. This friend, Sherry, is a good friend, sort of, because your friend, as a friend that's married, and like my married friends could not be coming to tell me about any kind of escapade, nothing like that. I do not condone cheating, infidelity, and none of the sort. We not condoning that around here. So as a friend that's married, she should not just be going up for her married friend having an affair with somebody. She don't tell about herself enough. She's just the easygoing friend. You know, she's going with the flow. She's just supportive. She's supportive. Anyway, 2 months later, Candy, she's at gymnastics practice with her daughter, and Betty's daughter is also, she's also in the class, and their girls have become good friends, you know. So Candy goes up and introduces herself, you know, telling her, you know, your baby is welcome to come to a sleepover anytime. She can come over. I'm like, people who do that, red flag, no, my baby ain't coming over there. Because who just says your baby can come and sleep over anytime? At least I'm not that kind of parent. Because, no. Unless it's a birthday, you know, when they get up in age, you know, it's a birthday, cool. But I'm not the mom that's volunteering. Y'all come over and play all day, but when sleepover, listen, everybody needs to sleep at home, honestly. That's what my mom said. You sleep at home, you know, when you had a slumber party, it's with your cousins, it's with your close-knit village. Not the friends from school, not just everybody. Anyway, I really went off on a tangent, didn't I? Anyway, Betty, they, you know, they still at gymnastics. She's sitting out there. She starts self-loathing, you know, because she's pregnant. She about to gain all this weight and all of that. And Candy pretends to care. But she don't care because she having the whole affair with that woman's husband. Betty tells her that she has reservations about being pregnant again. You know, the first time she just felt very alone. And she doesn't want it to be that way again, you know, because Alan was no help. Candy, she takes it upon herself. You know what? Girl, I'm going to host your baby shower. You know, because I just have the perfect party house. I'm like, girl, your house, all right. Anyway, Candy and Alan, they at the room, and she telling him, you know, about the baby shower, that she gonna plan the baby shower. It's like, girl, these are psychopathic tendencies once again. Because why you feel like this is appropriate? You done befriended this woman and you sleeping with her husband. You finna plan her baby shower. Her daughter be sleeping over at your house. But I guess, isn't it always the friend? Not none of my friends. None of my friends are built like that. So I don't know where people be finding these friends. I don't know. You gotta watch. You know, you gotta watch. Anyway, they in the room. She telling him about the baby shower. You know, she just thinks her belly is so cute. Her belly is just so cute. She's just so beautiful. I just can't get enough of it. Enough of all of that. Let's just get it on, you know. She just go over there, you know, can you unzip me, please? And they just get it on with it, you know. Betty, she at the house trying to seduce her husband because Candy told her that, you know, gave her a little advice on how to, you know. And ain't that something, child? She getting advice from the lover on how to please her husband. Where they do that at? I know Betty don't know. But girl, Candy, you crafty bitch, because that right there, that's grounds for an ass whooping. That's what it is. You got a lot of nerve. She got a lot of nerve. But anyway, Betty at the house trying to seduce Alan, you know, per Candy's advice. And I don't know. He don't like it. You know, he don't like her getting advice from Candy, because he get real defensive anytime Candy's name, anytime her name is brought up. So he just get up and go take the dog for a walk. No sex. I guess he'll take a rain check on that. So it really didn't even work. Sorry, girl. And she was sitting on the bed. The way she was sitting on the bed, it was not sexy, girl. It was not sexy. Anyway, 2 months later, Betty, she's in a meeting at the church house, and she and the Reverend are having a disagreement about the funds. I don't know what they got going on, but whatever she was trying to convey, he was giving her static. And so on this day, she kind of snapped a little bit. Everybody was like, oh, Betty. Okay, girl. So afterwards, after church, there's this couple, this black lady and her husband. And I don't even know if they said her name, but anyway, she suggests, well, she says, I noticed how I noticed that something was off. And we learned in the marriage encounter that sometimes when people lash out, it's for other reasons. So yeah, maybe you ought to try going to the marriage encounter. And she was like, is it a sex thing? And she's like, oh, no, no, no. It's nothing like that. Their favorite thing is the love call, where somebody just calls your line and they call once and hang up. I guess it's just to show you somebody's thinking about you. And I guess with them, it got them hot and heavy. It done stirred up the sex life for them. So they suggested it comes highly recommended by that couple. So I guess she say she gonna take it. She gonna take it to Alan and see what he say. But I feel like it was giving swingers group. I was with you, Betty. It was giving swingers group. Candy, she's home washing dishes. And her husband goes out for a run, as like he always do. And the next thing we see is Candy bent over the bathroom sink. She and Alan up in there getting it in, but she don't look like she enjoying it. She got a straight face, like. Meanwhile, he the one grunting and moaning. He enjoying it, but not Candy. She looks unenthused. When he goes to the bathroom, she tells him, I'm catching feelings. We're gonna have to stop. And he comes out like, what? She said, I caught myself looking at you at the during choir rehearsal. We're gonna have to cut this. It's gonna have to be the last time. And he comes out like, oh, it ain't gonna be the last time. This cannot be the last time. This ain't gonna be the last time. Like, I'm not done with you and your body. All this body. I'm not done. I'm not done. And he ain't done. And so they at it again. He say, F them rules. Because she talking about rules are rules. Child, please. Anyway, Alan is home working. He working on his typewriter. Betty, she want to talk about the marriage encounter. It's supposed to be fun and amazing. She just wants to try it out. Alan just, at first he looks reluctant, but he says, okay, I think it's a great idea. Let's just go for it. She run over there hugging on him. I'm like, girl, he going through the motions. He going through the motions because he barely reciprocates the affection. Okay, they're at their first meeting at the marriage encounter. And it's a weekend retreat. It's supposed to help them fall in love all over again. And, the crowd, though, is laying there. Everybody just sitting around while this couple, tries to coach them through all of this. I guess it's everybody's first time. So, I don't know, nervous jitters, I guess. But, nobody's really participating. But anyway, when they do start the sessions, they start the one-on-one sessions, and Betty asks Alan, what is he doing for himself sexually? Because you not sleeping with me. So what you doing? And Alan, of course, gets defensive. Like I said, anytime, listen, he defensive because he's guilty. And I don't know if she's picking up on this, but she should be. Jack sees that it's finna go left. He kind of reels them back in and tells them, listen, starting off, we have to make a promise to one another that whatever is said during the marriage encounter, during this retreat over the weekend, it's not going to be held against one another. We are going to forgive, and we are not going to leave this place and get a divorce behind what's said during the marriage encounter. And so they both agree, and, they're going to lay it all out. When they return from the retreat, it's obvious that she looks like she got some bad news. She looks like he might have told her about this affair. They pick up their daughter, who is staying over there at Candy's house, and she doesn't even get out the car. She just sits in the car and turns her head. So that was telling me, oh, he told her. Anyway, she answered the door. So how was your weekend? He looking like good, trying to act like as little in interaction as possible, because Betty is in the car. 2 months later, Candy's having that baby shower for Betty. And she got an attitude. She being all snappy with everybody and snapping at her friend Sherry. And then she just blurts out that she's sleeping with Alan. And Sherry's like, he's the beautiful penis? I know, right? Like him? Anyway, she's like, isn't that kind of like a lateral move? Like, that's kind of like not a step up. She was like, girl, that's all we got around here in this town. Don't judge me. He is all that. He is it and he was it. Because she did really like scour, you know, her network to see who could be the one for the affair. And she landed on Alan. Anyway, when Betty and Alan arrive, Alan, of course, wants to get out of there. He wants to leave right away, but Betty wants him to stay, so he stays. He said, let me go find Pie or Poe or whatever her Candy husband name is. He outside at the grill. And Candy, she looking all in the background looking cheap. Because, of course, he's doting on Betty, his wife. She looking like, girl, get to work. Go pass out some horse divers or something. Just standing back there looking dumb. Girl, get out of here. You thought he was supposed to greet you, give you a kiss? Girl, no. No. Ain't that what you wanted? Ain't that what you wanted? You said no feelings attached. You should be walking around there like you don't even know him. Girl. Anyway, they're talking. The ladies are talking. And the girl from the marriage encounter, she keep telling Betty, you're the best you've ever looked. I mean, I'm telling you, this is the best you've ever looked. And Betty just looks over there, thank you, girl. And Candy's like, what was that? You winked at her. And I was like, I mean, I didn't feel like it was nothing wrong with that. I don't know. But then I had to think about the times. Maybe that does. I don't know. Maybe back then it would insinuate a flirting type of thing. But now it don't mean that now. You can wink at the folk and it not mean something sexual. I don't know where Candy was going with that. But she was being messy. And, the lady is like, oh, that's just a marriage encounter thing. She's like, oh, y'all still going to that? Oh, okay. Candy, you petty. You real petty. She's like, oh, me and my husband tried it. It just wasn't our thing. We left on the first night. But that's cute for you. That's cute for you. And then she just, goes and excuses herself. She runs to the bathroom where Sherry is. Sherry in there using the bathroom. And Candy's like, she knows. She knows. She's like, how you think she know? Why you think she know? Do you really feel like a woman that knows that another woman is having sex with her husband would allow that woman to host her baby shower? Let's think about that. But Candy like, nah, something is up. All they do in that marriage counseling, in that marriage encounter is talk. That's what they do. That's what they do. They share. And Sherry is like, that's when she said no woman would allow that, her husband's mistress in her home. And Candy was like, well, he was, because, he done canceled the last 2 rendezvous. So she ain't sure. She ain't sure about, where they stand. Outside, Alan, he's standing by the grill talking to Candy's husband. They're making small talk. And it's obvious that they're not friends, that they just, are acquaintances or whatever. And Candy's husband, he I don't know if he the type of guy that does anything, around the house. And like I feel like he's just computers and work. Because he out there and what's the man name? Alan notices that he got weeds out there, so he reached down and snatched up the weeds for Candy. And then, he telling him, you're overworking the meat. You got to just flip it once. Don't you know anything about grilling? I added that on the end there, but, that's what it gave. That's what it gave. In the house, the ladies, they still talking to Betty. And the homegirl from the marriage encounter, she says she need to make a phone call. They're like, who you calling? I'm like, lady, mind your business. Ask me who I need to step out and make a phone call to. That's that. Listen, let me move on. She was calling her man, thank you very much, lady Candy. She makes a comment about the marriage encounter, saying that they talk too much. And then Betty is like, well, I don't even remember what she said, but whatever her comment was, it made Candy, feel away. I guess it rubbed her the wrong way because she continues to shade the marriage encounter like it's nothing, like it's not nothing to put any stock in, you know. They doing it and it's cute for them, but man. She's being very shady. Betty, you know, she thanks the ladies for coming. You know, thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for doing this. I didn't have no friends when I moved out here, and y'all have been great. And then she says, and I just want to say something to Candy. And Candy looking over there like, what you got to say? She thanks her. Oh, thank you, girl. You've been the best. She really lays it on thick. And I was thinking, too, does she know? I think she knows. I think she might know. I don't know. Like, she look like she know. Okay. 3 months later. No. In the hotel afterwards, Candy thanks Alan, you know. Well, Candy talks to Alan and she's like, I think she knows. Like, I think that you told her. Did you tell her? And he says he didn't tell her. But the affair that did come out was Betty's affair. So Betty had an affair, you know, back in the day. And so she came clean, but he ain't came clean about nothing. So Betty doesn't know. And then he thanks her for being her friend. I thank you for being her friend. You know, they agree that this ain't going to really work. He says that, you know, he going to continue with the marriage encounter and it has been working and he's going to try with his marriage, you know. So it's been real. Thank you. Take care, you know, Godspeed. And Candy, she says okay, but she looked distraught when he closed that door. She's looking like, I lost my man. 3 months later, Betty brings her daughter over to play with Candy's. And Betty want to come in. She's like, oh, I got some time. And Betty's like, oh, okay. And stands at the door. And Betty like, oh, okay. You know, she just lets her stand in the doorway. Betty's like, did I do something wrong? You know, like, I ain't heard from you since the baby was born. Did I do something wrong? And, you know, Candy's like, oh, no, girl. I just been busy. Betty's like, well, why don't we do lunch? Okay, girl, yeah, that's fine. And she just closes the door. I was like, oh, okay. Again, Betty, are your eyes open? Are you using your antennas? I don't think she is. I don't know. But I do think she knows. I don't know, something about it. Because of what I know from what Google said, what had happened, and how this whole altercation kicked off, I feel like Betty knew this entire time. Anyway, Candy, when she closes the door, you know, she goes back in the house and she offers to make all of them sundaes and all of that. And they all excited. And then her homegirl pull up, Sherry. And she's like, oh, dang, Sherry. I forgot I was supposed to be hanging out with Sherry. Her husband was like, okay, that's cool. Have your girls' night out. Well, they're supposed to be going to a class. And he says, you go ahead and do your thing. I'll make the sundaes. But on your way, can you please put the fudge in the oven and cut up some almonds? And she like, okay. Right on top of that. Like, one more thing you need me to do. You can't do it. Now I understand that frustration right there. But that's what it is. That's what it is. It's like, you're not gonna leave me with all the work. I'm watching the kids now, so yeah. On your way out, can you do this? Can you do that? Thanks. Anyway, when she gets in the car, you know, she heads out. She get in the car putting on her lipstick. And her friend like, where we going, girl? She pulling out this little sequin number. She said, we playing hooky today. They going down to the bar. That's where they going. You know, and Sherry a rider. So they going to the bar. Back at Betty's house, they having the sex. And it's real awkward. It's just... no, thank you. No, thank you. And if that's what you're doing, Betty, you're going to have to rev it up. You're going to have to step it up, sis. And I don't know. He bending Candy over. Bend your wife over. What you doing? You going to bend Candy over, but your wife, you just plop yourself on top of her and do what y'all did all awkwardly. Anyway, afterwards, of course, the baby wakes up, so she got to go tend to the baby alone, like she always do. Candy at the bar in her disco outfit, twirling on the dance floor, trying to get everybody to dance with, and everybody looking at her like, you got it, girl. You got it. So she out there alone. When she get back home, she climb in the bed. You know, she ain't been to nobody's class. He over there, how was class? Oh, it was good. And cozies on up to her husband. Betty, when we see her, she goes to the fridge. I guess she putting a bottle of milk away. And then all of a sudden, when she closes it, the door handle is bloody, like blood smeared all over the refrigerator. And then, of course, they pan the camera down, and we see Candy's glasses and the axe next to Betty's body. And that's how we end the episode, with the baby crying in the background. Candy, you left your glasses over there? I know that's how they call her ass. Caught. Glasses all up and through the blood. I thought she had them glasses, though, when she was in that car. Maybe, no, she didn't. Maybe she did. I thought she did. I don't know, child. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.